Okay, so I'm not exactly sure how to start this, since it's the first time I've done something like this here on the show on my own, but I wanted to tell this story about the early days of Twitter when I first started kind of trying to make our name for us out there on the Twitterverse. So Bernard and I are going to do a little bit of storytelling here. So I got this message from a girl named Jane Wilson on March 1st at 9 o'clock in the morning. She said, "Hey." To which I respond, "Hello." She said, "Hi, I'm Jane." To which I respond, "Good morning, Jane. I'm the militia captain." And she says, "Oh, that's kind of cool. Just went through your Twitter." God damn. And this is just kind of how I'm reading it, by the way. I'm not sure. But this is just kind of the accent I'm getting from the thing. "Just went through your Twitter handle. Love most of your tweets, though. What you up to?" Again, this is a girl. I have no idea who she is. She just started messaging me, and I guess she's just trying to get friendly. And she asked me, "Can I see a picture of you?" So I send her this picture. Nice photograph of me where you can see my eyes smiling at least. I was like, "Yeah, sure, here you go. Here's this. Do with this what you will." And she said, "Why are you covered faced? Want to see your face." Which I don't respond to that because at this point I'm feeling kind of weirded out. But I've expected this kind of thing here on the internet, but I just didn't expect it to happen so soon. Almost 2 hours pass. She asked me again, "Are you here?" To which I just ask her, "Why do you want to see my face?" She responds, "Want to know you better, but think you ain't feeling comfortable with it." Of course, at this point I'm saying, "I don't even know who you are. Do I know you from somewhere?" She says, "Maybe, or maybe not. Ugh. But we can get to know each other if you wish." I said, "Sure, where are you from?" "Mississippi." I don't know how to say this, but Biloxi, precisely? What about you? To which I respond, "I'm from Texas." I didn't want to tell her anything, my brother. Anything. She asked me about if I have any wife. If I have any wife. Do I have a wife or kids? And I said, "No, I never got a wife." Obviously. Then she says, "I'm going to go off soon. Text me on my cell phone if you wish." And then she gives me her phone number, which I think is her phone number. I'm not sure. I didn't actually bother to look it up. I'm sure that would have brought something up. Maybe I'll do it in post here. And then another hour passes. I don't respond to that. She says, you got that phone number. GAT. You got that phone number? You got that? And I was just like, okay. I'd basically had enough at this point. And I'm like, seriously, who are you? I've never been offered a phone number by a complete stranger in my life, let alone I've only gotten like 2 numbers from friends or from anyone, ever. So it's a little strange to someone just immediately hand you their phone number through the internet. So I already know something is afoot. I already know something, and I'm thinking it's kind of sinister. Another hour passes. "Are you here?" And I ask where. And then this is one of the best parts. This is where I just said I was starting to get I was starting to get keen on it. I'm starting to feel it. It's getting sinister. So I'm going to read this is exactly how it goes. I say, "I've never been offered a number by a stranger in my life." These are the next 3 things that are said. She asked, "Are you here?" An hour later. I ask, "Where?" Then she responds with, "I'm Jane Wilson." I'm sorry, what? "Are you here? Where? I'm Jane Wilson." To which I now respond, "Okay, Jane Wilson, why did you decide to talk to me?" She said, "New to Twitter though, just want to be a friend." "Okay, that's fair. How old are you?" "I'm 26. You?" "About as old as I am." And I was actually kind of shocked by that because I was expecting her to be much younger. Either she's super naive or it's some dude somewhere pretending to be a girl, and I'm assuming they would say something younger than 26. So 26 kind of threw me off, and I threw a little wrench in my wheels a little bit, but I was still thinking it was pretty sinister. So I tell her how old I am. She said, "That's cool. How about your wife and kids?" Once again, I say, don't have a kid, don't have kids, don't have a wife, or anything like that. She says, "Why? Oh, really?" And I said, "I never really found anyone besides you." And I was like, no. And at this point, I know this is fucking crazy. It's not as, it's not that crazy, but I'm just thinking like, I want to see how far this can go. I want to push this as far as I possibly can to just try and get them to either trip up or try to find out who they are or whatever have you. So then she says, "My parents tried to make an arranged marriage, but it didn't work because we were not in love. So I'm single now." To which I was like, arranged marriage in Mississippi? In the United States? Then she responds, "I said they tried to. My father actually want me to get married to his friend's son. I love my parents so much I wish to please them, but I had to do what..." Wow, the way she talks is actually kind of hard to read. "I love my parents so much I wish to please them, but I had to do what gonna make me happy too." Okay, so at this point I'm reeling just a little bit here. And I said, "That's really strange in Mississippi, of course, or America. I've never even heard of having an arranged marriage here. You need to go down your own path." And at this point, I'm just playing along. I want to see where this goes. I'm fully hooked. I want to know who this person is, why they're talking to me, and why I'm getting this amount of information this quickly in a person I have no idea. It's really kind of setting my gears in motion here. And then to which she responds after this: "After Dad's death, ... the relationship stopped. We haven't gotten married though." I asked her if she's from the U.S. originally, because that's an insane, unheard of thing here. She said, "Yeah, my dad is Spanish, my mom's American." I asked her why did they want her to have an arranged marriage. She said, "Well, probably because they've been friends for so long and they think having us together is the best for us. But things don't work out that way, And I said, "No, they certainly don't. That's wild. So what do you do for a living?" This is where it gets really fucking crazy. Now, this is where it gets scary. She says she works in a computer center as a receptionist. And this is by far my favorite part. I'm like, "That's cool. What's Biloxi like?" To which she responds as thus: "It's very cool. Lovely beaches around. You're gonna love it here." It takes me a little while to respond to this because it literally blows me out of my computer chair and through this wall right here. Out of all of the things that I was expecting in this conversation, this is probably the last thing. So now I'm not entirely sure if she's a young girl, she's a dude lying about her age, or just some bot or something. I don't know. So many different things are happening. It's throwing me off my own scent, so to speak. So I said, "Oh, you think I'm gonna go there someday?" She said, "Maybe. Still expecting you text on the cell phone," which that's never gonna happen. 3 minutes pass. She asked me what I'm doing. I said, "I just finished work, editing a video," I think is what I was doing. "I don't know you well enough to give out my number just yet. I still don't know who you are. We've been discussing for..." This is what she says. We've been discussing for some times now, yet you still saying some things. If you don't want my friendship, just tell me." At this point, I definitely did not want her friendship. But I still played it on. I just wanted to find out. I wanted to find out more. So I was like, "No, it's not that. It's not that. I just don't know who you are." She said, "It's a matter of time. We trying to know each other." "Okay, you don't have Facebook, Hang On, or Instagram?" I said, "No." And then I asked her, "Are you an AI?" To which she responds, "What's that?" And I said, "A computer program designed to learn from people. How do I know that you're a real person?" She said, "All I do is work as a receptionist at a computer center. I need to know if you're real too," which I didn't really think about because of the whole helmet thing and the militia captain moniker. And I said this. I said, "Send me a pic of you with your name and date written on a piece of paper, and I'll send you my Instagram name." She said, "No, you got to do the same. Take a selfie with it and send it to me. I'm in bed right now. I'm going to do it tomorrow morning." Okay. The next morning at 5:04 a.m., she says, "Hello. I'm not awake." 2 hours pass. She says, "Good morning." I see it, but I don't respond to it. Then she sends this picture, which is obviously fake, number one. The res is super low. It looks like they just photoshopped or even painted in the name. And here's the thing. The date is wrong. The fucking date is wrong. The fucking date is wrong. So immediately I'm like, no. So I reverse image searched through Google twice. I did a whole bunch of other stuff. I tried to find out Jane Wilson if there's anything. I couldn't find anything right away. So this is what I told her. I said, okay, so I reversed image searched both your profile picture and this one that you sent me and came up with nothing, which is really surprising to me. But we got to talk about this picture though. Your fingers aren't even holding the paper, which I didn't mention before. And the resolution is so low, it's hard to tell if the letters were photoshopped on. Now, you say you're a computer receptionist, so it's hard to believe that you can't get a photo onto a computer with decent image quality. And not to mention, the date is written a full day before I asked for this kind of photo. I think I actually meant to say month. So a full month prior, that's what they wrote it as. So all she says is, "I'm holding the paper. If you don't believe me, that's left up to you. I just want to be your friend, but if you think I mean harm to you, bye." So I said, okay, well, give me a little bit and I'll send you another photo. And I was going to send her another one like this, just a different pose. Then she just says, "Bye for real." But I was like, no, I had gotten so far, I wanted to keep real. I wanted to find out who she was. I was like, oh, I don't think you mean any harm. I just don't, I think you're just hiding yourself like me. She said, "Why hiding myself? I don't have a good picture to take on my phone." "But why are you hiding yourself?" So I send her this picture that says, "Hello, Jane," in my helmet, in my room, for 3/2/19 at the time. She sees it, but she doesn't respond. So then, a buddy of mine says, "You should try to reverse image search her picture on Bing," which I had not tried before. And I did, and I got a bunch of photos that came up of this porn star. And I wasn't entirely sure if it's her because it was hard to tell from the photo she sent me in Twitter and the one that I got from her profile. It was hard to tell if it was exactly right, but I saw this one photo that looked like the cheekbones were right, the hair color was right. It looked like her. She's a porn star. I forget her name, her real name. So then I found it. I was like, I don't know. I think this is it. So then I send that picture to her, and then she blocks me. And that was the last time I ever heard from Jane Wilson. One day I will have a bunch more polished stories to tell, since that is my job and that's what I want to do for a living, is be a storyteller and not just play games here, which I enjoy doing with Chieftain and Bernie here. And I'm still really learning the ropes on that, so thanks for sticking around, and I'll have more story to tell some other time. Thanks.